Academy should flatter me with extravagant awards for my acting, no elaborate cameras record. I'm naturally masterful at conjuring false promises. I can't get off the mattress. The black controls my actions. See, honestly, narcotics ain't anonymous to me. I can stop anytime I want to. Famous last words that'll come back to haunt you. I can stop anytime I want to, but I just don't want to.
My life before I came to CityTeam can best be described as an extreme case of self-will run riot. I did whatever I wanted to do, regardless of the consequences, and it led me to a hell on earth. So my name is David Sunman. I'm 25 years old. I was born and raised in Sacramento. I graduated from CityTeam January 7th of 2017. So I started using drugs from a really early age. 10 or 11, started smoking marijuana. 12 and 13, cocaine, ecstasy. That led to Oxycontin and eventually heroin and meth. And by the time I was 18, I was homeless because of it for the first time. I was kicked out of my house and essentially nobody wanted me around. My parents actually had to install extra locks because I continued to break in. And that relationship was strained, to say the least. Eventually, I was homeless in San Francisco. I had a spot behind the Target that I was sleeping at, and I would sleep on the BART trains. It was mostly trying to find bathrooms or other types of places that I could use drugs. Heroin and meth became a priority over the essentials of survival. It became more important than food, became more important than sleep, and it became more important than human relationship. That I could not imagine living my life and continuing to use drugs, and I could not imagine my life without them. You know, death sounded like a more viable option than continuing to live. I heard about CityTeam because of a family friend who was an intern at the CityTeam Oakland program. Later on, when I really had lost everything and broken down completely, I had been sleeping on the BART and I had no phone, but I knew my mom lived in Concord, and I called her from the payphone and I said, Mom, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I need help. And she said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, bring me to CityTeam. And so she came and picked me up from the BART station and brought me to CityTeam Oakland. CityTeam for me was definitely a place of change. One of my mentors says, God loves you just the way you are, but he loves you too much to keep you that way. Through taking classes at CityTeam like relapse prevention, sexual addiction, Bible studies, big book studies, I learned a new way of thinking that has led me to a happiness that I previously thought was unattainable. There are just such an amazing group of people who are on staff there and who are volunteers from different churches and other organizations who really just want to see you succeed and really just want to see you live a full life. So the Learning Center really benefited me greatly. I started taking online classes, one of which through UC Berkeley, where I was able to develop my writing skills. I started taking math classes online through Khan Academy and got some tutoring from the interns there. So by the time that I took the assessment to go to Laney College, I actually placed very, very high in both the English and math curriculums. And so now I just started school this year, and I've got an A in my first class so far. I really discovered who God is in this program. Through the evidence of my experience and what I've learned in the program, I have no other explanation that there must be a God and that I have been saved by His grace, because that's the only way that I could imagine that I'd still be alive today. So my relationship with my family, it's the best that it's ever been. I see my parents on a regular basis. They're just very proud of me and very happy for what this program has done. And I know that they both, see a massive change, and that they can see that despite my past, that now I can rewrite a new chapter. So for people who give donations, we're on the front lines as far as serving the community. And just know that even if you're not there to see it, we experience every day the ways that your donations and your support go directly towards performing God's work. For the volunteers and the staff of CityTeam, the best way, I think, to say thank you is to show them my life and show them that the work that you're doing, the hours that you're putting in, the time, the effort, and your hearts, they mean something. They really have an impact on the lives of the gentlemen in this program. And without you, I wouldn't be here today. So I started rapping at an early age, but before I came to CityTeam, essentially all I wrote about were aspects of my sinful nature. But now I get to be an extension of God's voice. I'm trying to let God be my ghostwriter and try to use my words and my lyrics to promote God's glory and to show the negativity of my addiction. God definitely has his hand on CityTeam. I see miracles there every day. I'm a miracle myself. And when I wake up every day, the first thing I do is thank God for CityTeam.
If the last shall be first, I'm ahead of the game. What's left of my life goes right in my vein. Trust me, you should not trust me. Come between my drugs and me and it's gonna get ugly. So trust me, you should not trust me. My name is David, but most people call me Junkie, 'cause I can't stop, even though I want to. Famous last words coming back round to haunt me. I can't stop, even though I want to. So it's God I finally called to. Now I think I see a light.